I'll just share. So, so of the beautiful and of closeness and this and how beautiful the stage where of closeness to perfection, and what are the telltale signs, and what are the technique, the process to experience closeness to perfection. And Bab describe, and what is Bab vision for every child? The vision is, let each one become number one, passed with honor. So, let each one become lighthouse, might house, sparkling star of the earth, of the entire universe. For every soul in the world, Bab has got this vision, this, you know, that's so intoxication. And Bab often thinks about, can everyone become number one? Can everyone become a world ruler? Can everyone become, you know, humble, an instrument soul, bondage free soul who can contribute to the for the setting up of golden world. So the focus is on focused on the stage, that it's the stage which is very important more than anything else, and there shouldn't be any minute royal form of self-doubt. Even the slightest wave of doubt, we can lose everything. And because stage will get lost if we have a self-doubt. So it's a royal form of Maya. We need to be cautious about that. And then Babdada said, there's so many playful games which children play, you know, and we become sensitive. We need to be cautious. We shouldn't have any carelessness, and we should be our endeavor to always wear the wedding garland of the companionship of the Supreme Powerhouse, and filled with constant zeal and enthusiasm. And we should be able to, in that, then only we'll be able to marry Lakshmi or Narayan. That means, marry means we'll become an embodiment of being Chaitanya Lakshmi or Chaitanya Narayan. And so this is a stage of perfection which Baba wishes for every soul. So thereafter Bab met the teachers, where Bab said, what gift would the Father give you? So Baba said that have a celebration every day. That's a gift. Have in every moment of conference age is a celebration, with full zeal and enthusiasm, and celebrate every day, every way, every moment. So Bab then thereafter said Kumars, spoke to Kumars, that If the Kumars, are humble and they consider themselves to be instrument for the world service, instrument of the supreme authority, then there won't be any bondages. They will be Kumars are always bondage free. They're free. They have a planning intellect. With these specialties, they become world servers. Always keep these specialties in the awareness. They will become fast so first. They have this ability. And Baba said that Kumars have all types of chances. This is an opportunity. Confluence age is a big opportunity which can be realized. And then, but only caution is to always be free from waste thoughts. Be careful. So Baba said Kumars are double light, and they are knowledgeful, and therefore they are master almighty authorities. They are powerful, knowledgeful, therefore powerful in thoughts and words and deeds. So now we have come to the today's part. So let's be seated in the incorporeal stage, powerful stage, in companionship of the supreme powerhouse, ocean of all divine powers is sitting right in front of us, in between the eyebrows, the tapasya kuti, the, the abode, and experiencing his companionship, experiencing the combined form, I the soul, in companionship of the Supreme Father, Teacher, and Sadguru. Bab Dada meeting groups. 1. The special attention you now have to pay is to finish all your waste thoughts. The special attention you now have to pay is to finish all your waste thoughts. Dada says, do all of you consider yourself to be powerful souls? As Dada is speaking to us, we incorporeal souls have to start the inner churning. So do all of you consider yourselves to be powerful souls? To be a powerful soul means to be someone whose account of wastage has finished. To be a powerful soul. So, okay. Otherwise, you will waste a lot of time of your Brahmin life, because this Brahmin life is an opportunity. Otherwise, you will waste a lot of time of your Brahmin life in wasteful thoughts, wasteful words, and wasteful deeds. You would not then be able to accumulate as much income as you want. Your account of waste would stop you from becoming powerful. Now finish your account of waste. When you start a new account, you finish your old account. When the account gets upgraded, then we finish the old account and we don't no more think about the old account. Similarly, Baba says when you start a new account, you finish your old account. It's like a new birth. So now pay special attention to finishing your account of waste and remaining constantly powerful. You, Master Almighty authorities, are able to do whatever you want, just as someone who has physical strength or wealth can do whatever he wants. He's got the as physical power, wealth, power. Similarly, we Master Almighty authorities are able to do whatever we want. Powerful souls. If he has, if the soul has no power, then even though he may want to do something, he feels incapable of doing it. Therefore, what can you, Master Almighty authorities, not do? You simply need to pay attention. Pay attention. You repeatedly need to pay attention. Repeatedly, not just once during Amrit Vela or Namasham, but repeatedly, every moment, every breath, you repeatedly need to pay attention. If you pay attention at Amrit Vela and at night, but become careless during the day, what would the result be? Your account of waste would not finish. Some of your old accounts would still remain. Therefore, constantly pay attention and remember that you are a Master Almighty authority. So we need to pay constant attention, repeated attention, that and remember that I am a Master Almighty authority. I am a powerful soul. You need to check yourself very well. So checking is also required because even now Maya is sitting very cleverly to take her turn. She becomes the cleverest of all at the end because she has to bid farewell until the end. Therefore, her cleverness will be displayed. She will definitely take chance. That's what Baba says because her the drama is like that. She has to bid farewell until the end. Therefore, her cleverness will be displayed. This is why you must constantly pay attention until the end. You do pay attention to going to class, Murli class, and to having remembrance, but you need to pay attention repeatedly. The sign of those who constantly pay attention is that they remain free from all tension. The sign of those who constantly pay attention is that they remain free from all tension. You are the specially loved ones. You belong to the Father, and your star of elevated fortune has now begun to sparkle. Let's visualize this. I am specially loved one of my Supreme Father, my Supreme Teacher, my Supreme Sadguru, my all relationships, my supreme relations, and I belong to Him. I belong to the Father, and I can clearly see the star of elevated fortune sparkling on my forehead. I don't need anything from anyone in this old world. My intellect is a planning intellect. Pay constant attention. My intellect pays constant, repeated attention right from Amrit Vela till night, till the night of always having remembrance of experiencing and remembering stage of a Master Almighty authority. My account of waste is finished. I have a new account now. This new account is full of blessings, positive actions, elevating words, and elevated thoughts. Now, coming to the next second point, Bhabdada says, as well as becoming conquerors of Maya, also become conquerors of nature. So, in this paragraph, Baba is describing about becoming conquerors of nature also. Are you constantly conquerors of Maya and nature? You are becoming conquerors of Maya, but you also have to become conquerors of nature because there is now going to be a lot of upheaval of nature. Have you become unshakable to such an extent that you can remain unshakable even in the middle of an upheaval? There's an upheaval going around everywhere, but in the middle of that upheaval, if either soul can remain unshakable, that is the stage which will be called as conqueror of nature. Bhagavad describes sometimes the water of the oceans will show its power, and sometimes the earth will show its power. If you are conquerors of nature, then none of her upheaval, that is nature's upheaval, can shake you. As a detached observer, you will always see everything as a game. Yesterday also in the Murli, Baba said Sakshi Sthiti, stage of a detached observer. Then everything what we see as a detached observer is just like a play or a game, which is a source of zeal and enthusiasm rather than letting the stage down. So it's my stage. So Baba says, just as angels are always shown flying above high mountains, and they are never shown struggling with high mountains, they are shown flying above high mountains. So you angels always have an elevated stage. That is, you are those who stay high above the mountains of circumstances, mountains of upheaval of nature, the mountains of upheaval of Maya, the mountains of the uncertainties, etc., etc. So the key is to stay high above the mountains, like a flying angel, like a bird. Do you always have such a high stage? Now, Bab is asking this question. Let's all put this question to our own self. Do I always have such a high stage, flying stage, bird stage, or a detached observer stage? The higher your stage, the more you will automatically be able to remain above all upheavals. Look, now all of you have come up the mountain and left all the upheaval down below. Now we'll, we'll practice this in the meditation part. Look, now all of you have come up the mountain and left all the upheavals down below. Have you not? There is so much upheaval in the towns, whereas there is so much peace here. So in the top stage, there's a lot of peace. At the topmost is supreme abode, Paramdham. Lot of so much peace here. Since there is such a difference even in physical places, just consider what a difference of day and night there is between an ordinary stage and an elevated stage. What is the difference? We must know the difference is like a day and night, the huge difference between an ordinary stage and an elevated stage. I think with this, we have come to the end of this beautiful Murli. So let's all now deeply churn this, and then we'll start the churning session. We'll share, each one of us can share our viewpoint, our ahuti for this yagya. Om Shanti. We'll take a break of 1 minute. Okay. Om Shanti. I think now I would invite every uh, member of the Divine Family to share his or her views, uh, experience, or any point which is, it's a wonderful point which we you can share, and everyone must share. I think because it's like a yagya, we have to give an offering, and then with the combined offerings, we get a new dimension to the Murli, and which we can that's our own special point which we can apply in the practical life. So, anyone who would like to start? Baba gave a lot of points today, like pay attention, pay constant attention. What did Baba say about this? Pay constant attention. Anyone would share? Yeah, please.
Yeah, Baba said to pay, the sign of the powerful soul means we have to come out of waste. So, Baba would like to see us paying special attention. So, children paying attention at Amrit Vela and leaving, but during daytime, some waste is coming. So waste will not make us powerful. So in order to make our stage powerful or make us soul powerful, so we have to, there should not be any waste, zero wastage. So when we have this constant attention, then we will remain free from all tension. That's this. Yeah, that's the takeaway.
Yes, thank you, Vijit Bhai, for bringing that out so beautifully. Because today's world, the problem is tension. Every, every Lockic soul, most of them, they are in some kind of a tension. Even some of the Brahmin souls are in some kind of a tension. And the remedy for the tension free life is to pay attention. And Baba has described this attention so beautifully that, you know, uh, I am in remembrance and, constantly paying attention of about my stage, that what stage I am in, and my Master Almighty Authority. And as a Master Almighty Authority, there cannot be any old accounts, isn't it? No old accounts of waste, waste thoughts or waste words or waste actions. It's a new account, started a new account. Thank you. Anyone else? So, Babdada said not just the Amrit Vela, not just the Numa Sham or the Murli class. The attention is required, especially other than these, because Amrit Vela, Numa Sham, and Murli class, anyway, the soul is in a controlled environment, you know, and there is a collective energy. But if the soul is in the middle of an upheaval, that is the time when the attention is required, isn't it?
Yeah, another thing is especially when we get to work, right? So morning time, yeah, Amrit Vela or Murli class, that attention will be there. I think when the day start, right, and when we get to work, and that's when we really interact with people, right? So that's where we will forget, okay, to pay attention.
Yes, and that's
So
the time when we are getting energy inputs from different variety of souls. Some souls, that's not which soul's company you will get is not in our control. In the office place, I'm saying, in a worldly place. So any kind of variety of soul will can come and surround you, and they are radiating their own energies, and also absorbing and radiating both. So in this
Yeah, that
collective,
is, yeah, that is one
yeah.
thing. Other than that, when we are at work, na, so we'll also have to think about the work and
Yes,
the
yes,
uh,
yes.
yeah, and progressing the work. So there
Our
a lot
intellect
of
gets engaged in
ah
our
correct.
our uh, our various things.
Correct.
This work is to be completed, that work is to be completed, and that work consciousness, that role consciousness comes into play.
Right.
So,
So mental
yeah,
energy is too much
indeed,
used there. Yeah.
indeed.
So that will definitely maybe pulling us down, and that's where we become little you know go down in terms of paying attention. Little
Only thing is
carelessness comes. Yeah.
just like example, if we say mobile, the mobile is constantly being used. We have opened so many apps. Suppose in this one time, one moment, we open so many apps together, then the battery will get start draining faster, isn't it?
Right.
And that is the time we know our charger should be standby.
Mm.
Our
And
battery.
yeah,
Yeah.
one more
Yeah.
point I just like to add is you see, when we have to do something, right, we'll have to focus on it, right? So when we doing something office work also, right, if something serious, then we have to pay so much of our attention to it. That means
Mm.
we are focused into that job. Okay,
True.
so when we are focused, and then after completing that job, just coming out of that focus and then giving that same focus to our, spiritual
Remember.
aspects, remembrance. Though we do it now, it doesn't really so powerful. Okay,
Yes.
because the other focus is trying to dominate you there, the one that whatever Laukik focus you had. Okay, this
Correct.
happens. Uh, Morning time we are focused in Baba and in remembrance and so on. So that goes on. But when we get back to work, that's the time we will focus at work, and then that gradual shift happens. Yes.
So the art of first soul would be the endeavor would be that to have a powerful break, isn't it? A powerful break if we can apply once we are totally focused on the work, then just one moment, as soon as we finish, that very moment put us powerful break and shift to this new thing. And so the intellect has to be very sharp and uh, very clear and clean. The very next moment should be able to focus on the remembrance. Who am I? And this was a role. Just put a full stop and move on to the next one. But before moving on to the next work assignment, I, the soul, am a master, almighty authority, and those kind of things, isn't it? That
Yeah.
break has
Yeah.
to be
Correct.
because
That is.
there is a lot of momentum, momentum which soul gains in a different direction due to work, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
different direction.
Yeah, another thought that we can bring in is the Karan Karavanhar. I am just an instrument, though this is a Laukik work, right? So still Baba is getting it done through me. But again, what I have experienced is that awareness that we maintain or I maintain when I'm at work, right? That is not so powerful. That's why when I'm focused too much in Laukik work or the office work, right? Then it's really become a challenge to have that same powerful awareness, maintaining that powerful awareness during the daytime. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Others may also kindly share. Yeah, please. I'll just read out the chat box. Girja sister has shared Maya Jeet, Prakriti Jeet, and Virth say Mukh. Yes. Yes, yes.
Om Shanti,
But
brother.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. I was just listening to what you all were speaking about this waste thought. See, if you see in the past now, a few days in the Sakar Murlis also, where Baba has spoken about this pilgrimage of remembrances. Only once he has spoken about, I think, about study. But he said more than study, it's the pilgrimage of remembrance. And there he has also connected it to say, like, about writing a chart to say, in that period of remembrance, was there any time my mind wandered? So, what was the thing of wandering? And then to check it. Because, of course, throughout the day, that's another project which one we have to look into. But even that, night at least, we do not have much time for wandering because we are just waiting to go to sleep. We just roll up our thing, our account with Baba, and we sleep off. But the morning Amrit Vela, I think Baba has been insisting on most of these Sakar murtis. Now, coming throughout the day, I don't think it's an easy task that I can be completely व्यर्थ. It's absolutely not possible. But I can have a check. Like, I'm not sure, I remember they said in anything in your interaction with people, when you hear from people, just ask the question, is it the truth? Is it beneficial for me? And I can't remember the third point. These are the three parameters I have to check before, because I remember whenever I see people communicating and all, when they go into the line of what we call it as gossiping, I just draw off, because over there it's not the truth. It's not going to benefit me. That is one thing I always try to see. Should I carry on, or should I just go off unattended? Or every an hour check, that like 10 o'clock. I mean, after every 1 hour, if possible, if we are over there, we can just say, okay, what did I do for the past 1 hour? How long I thought, Baba? I was just thinking that kind of project could be helpful, especially after the Sakar Murli for the past 3 or 4 days. But what is, I am much, so that is my Ajit. Okay, but I love this Prakriti ji. I think that is the need of the hour. In fact, whenever this third Sunday comes, we have a lot of these programs where they give us the bodiless stage. I would really love to be like an angel when a storm comes, to go above it, or especially now there are so many kinds of new storms coming up. Am I able to rise above it because nature is doing? I tried this, I remember, in Kerala. I don't remember Malambura, somewhere that place when there was that landslide. When I saw the news on the television, I just uh,
Wayanad.
thought about up. I was thinking about nature, like she is doing what she has to do. So I think that kind of project we really need. A project about how do I fly above the storm? How do I fly above the thing of the ocean? How do I fly when there is too much of heat and too much of cold? I think that is the need of the heart, as वापस such upheavals. He has also told in Sakar Murli, और तो बहुत अभी तो rehearsal है. I think I would like to work on that project. I've started already a little bit on there, but I don't, maybe 30% or 20% it's working. I wouldn't say it's total, but I love this Prakriti ji. I would really like if suppose people share about, if meditation is there, Sakash is there, giving the elements, Sakash is there. Like every morning, I remember when I go for a walk, I look at the sun. I do the Surya, which I learned from my father, like taking your eyes and looking at the sun and thanking him for whatever he is. Like we look through the eyes, a kind of a look, or Sakash to the elements. If anyone could, we could really share something on this Prakriti ji. And that's a very tough project because that's something external. Om Shanti.
Thank you for bringing that out. Yes, definitely, Prakriti Ji, we become during confluence age, and that is what then entire Kalpa Prakriti is serving us, and only in this confluence age we start serving Prakriti and all the five elements of nature. and that's what is our body is also made of. And Rath, which we say, na, Rath is made of these five elements. So definitely. And first is Maya Jeet, and then Baba says Prakriti Jeet also is required. And of course, to be free from waste thoughts, that's the attention which we need to pay constantly, because Maya is also waiting, taking chance till the end. And if we don't pay attention, then one moment can be, very, it can ruin our stage. So, any more sharings? One more chat box. I think I'll just one more chat which Radhamani sister has shared is when we pay attention to every situation, means then our tension will come to the end. Yes, then there would not be any tension, because tension often comes because our own thoughts, waste thoughts, they create tension. Once we pay attention, then we are Master Almighty Authority and creating our own thoughts rather than just getting uh, you know influenced by the waste thoughts. Second is our stage will be like Angad, yeah, unshakable during the upheaval. Detached observer sees all the upheaval like a game. Yes, sister. And I was while Vijit Bhai was and sharing, and also Girja sister was sharing, this detached observer is a very important, very very useful stage. When Vijit Bhai was discussing about the Vijit Bhai, when we were discussing about the workplace, no, when we are focused, totally focused on a certain assignment, and the intellect is totally occupied, and the awareness that I, the soul, am a master, almighty authority, and using my intellect, but I am not the intellect. Using my intellect to on this work, for this assignment, and that awareness itself will be helpful for me to switch over from Lokik to Alokik. Means I am a detached observer, by even while my intellect is focused on the work assignment. Can we?
Yeah, correct. That's a
So,
wonderful point, actually. Yeah,
uh,
it can. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, please
Yes.
share.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. No, no. Yeah. That's a wonderful point that you brought up, because
And that
intellect
was
is separate from
well.
soul, right? Because soul, after all, it is the soul.
Mm,
Is the Raja, right? Is the king, and
yeah,
he make
true.
the other
And intellect is
settle,
the Mahamantri.
right?
Mahamantri hai. Man
Yeah,
buddhi sanskar.
sanskar, the other
So,
mantris or deities.
the soul should be able to see these three ministers working, you know, trustfully, and with complete integrity. Honestly, they are working for with full zeal and enthusiasm, and I, the soul, is different, little away on a higher level, the seat of a king, and I need not worry there. The small upheavals here and there, I am not affected. I am the king. I am seeing. I will intervene only when it is required. I am focusing on the vision, you know, the larger things, and also if required, I will intervene, but unnecessarily, I'll not. So that's a very subtle stage of a detached observer.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
detached.
a good
Mm,
point, actually. And also, I think bringing into, this point into practical application, right? So I think it will be
mm, mm.
some amount of attention, very good
Yes,
amount of attention is required,
very good
because
amount.
both are subtle thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because that awareness has to be maintained inside, and then continued the work.
absolutely. Absolutely. Even one moment of not attention, means one moment of waste thought can will result in the king vanishing. King will mix with the intellect, and king will think as if I am the intellect, you know. And then there is complete ruining of the stage. So it's a very subtle aspect where the king is delegating his powers to intellect, and for that moment, and the work is getting done, and the moment work is getting done, the intellect makes a report to the soul that I, your minister, has done this particular assignment, completed it. Now, what is the next order for me? You know, then the soul gives that order that now you remember God. You remember the supreme authority, whose children I am, whose child I am. Something like that, just to make it more practical. Okay.
Thank you for
So
that.
thank you, Baba. Now we'll share. There's a sharing by some more sharing on chat box before we take on 1 minute meditation. Gita sister has shared. I try to give 5 minutes Sakash in Amrit Vela. Yeah, to the nature, I believe. But remember, Meera Ben of Malaysia had a nice volcanic bhatti on it. Okay, that's. I think we can all tune in on YouTube sometime. Meera Ben of Malaysia. And then Prakriti will look like a cleanser rather than a destroyer. Yes, yes. Prakriti will never betray its servers. If we are serving Prakriti, Prakriti is subservient to us rather than being a master of us. So let's let's focus on 1 minute, the elevated stage, top stage, high up above the mountains, like a bird, like a flying angel. I, the soul, am free from all tensions. I, the soul, by nature, am tension free. This is my real nature of constantly blissful, peaceful, happy, zealous, enthusiastic, curious, innovative. Novelty is my natural nature. Being powerful is my natural nature because it's my new birth, new account. Finished all my old accounts of waste thoughts, waste words, waste actions, feeling weak. All that has finished now. I, the soul, am residing in my powerful form, experiencing my real form. I, the soul, child of the supreme almighty authority. I am a detached observer. I am a master almighty authority, just like a king delegating his powers to the ministers and down below. Everyone in my darbar is loyal, truthful to me, and I am loyal and truthful to my supreme authority, my supreme father, my supreme teacher, and supreme Sadguru. In my darbar, no one betrays, everyone is loyal because I, the soul, am loyal to my creator. I am serving the 5 elements of nature: Prithvi, Agni, Jal, Vayu or Akash through my powerful elevated stage. The elements of nature also getting cleansed. I am giving blessing to every element of nature and imbibing the good qualities of nature in myself. I am very close to the perfection stage because I am close to my Supreme Father, who is ever perfect, who is ever pure, who is ever powerful. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Over to you.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Om Bai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day.
Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. राखीबेनजी ओम शांती.